the United States and Iran have agreed to a 2-week ceasefire on all fronts, including Lebanon, following mediation by Pakistan. According to Pakistani officials, all parties involved, as well as their allies, have signed off on the agreement, which is set to take effect immediately. This development comes after days of intense diplomatic efforts, with both sides showing signs of weariness in the conflict. The ceasefire marks a significant shift in the dynamics of the Iran-US standoff, and it's being hailed as a major breakthrough by many observers. The Pakistani government has announced that Islamabad will host direct talks between the two nations on April 10th, which could potentially pave the way for more substantial negotiations. However, the road ahead remains fraught with uncertainty, and many questions still need to be answered about what this ceasefire means in practice. At the heart of the US-Iran agreement is Iran's 10-point plan for ceasefire and negotiations, which has been a major point of contention between the two sides. According to Iranian officials, the plan calls for several key concessions from Washington, including continued Iranian control over the Strait of Hormuz, acceptance of enrichment, and lifting of all primary and secondary sanctions against the Islamic Republic. Iran's demands have been met with skepticism by some in the US, who argue that they amount to a non-starter. However, others see this as an opportunity for a more nuanced understanding between the two nations, particularly on issues related to energy security and regional stability. French President Emmanuel Macron has welcomed the ceasefire between Iran and the United States, urging Lebanon's inclusion in any future negotiations. This comes as many observers believe that Lebanon is at the heart of the conflict, with Iranian-backed militias posing a significant threat to the country's stability. In a surprise move, Trump declared victory over Iran, claiming that the US had emerged victorious from the conflict. Tehran has rejected this narrative, arguing that it was merely seeking to protect its sovereignty and regional interests. Iran has claimed victory in the conflict, saying that talks in Pakistan do not mean the end of war is guaranteed. The country's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has largely remained out of sight during the crisis, but reports suggest that he played a key role behind the scenes in negotiating the ceasefire. The US-Iran ceasefire agreement has been hailed as a major problem domestically by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who had expected regime change and something more dramatic from the conflict. However, this is not universally true, with some observers seeing the ceasefire as an opportunity for greater stability in the region. In other news, Donald Trump's announcement of a 2-week ceasefire has paved the way for negotiations on Iran's 10-point plan, which many see as a major breakthrough in the standoff between Washington and Tehran. The US is now poised to engage with Iranian officials on key issues related to energy security, regional stability, and more. Meanwhile, Israeli political leaders have criticized the ceasefire as a worse strategic failure, arguing that it fails to address the underlying issues driving the conflict. This criticism comes as many Israelis view the Iran war as an existential threat to their nation's very survival. In a surprise move, Congress leader Jairam Ramesh has targeted Prime Minister Narendra Modi over his foreign policy, questioning the timing of his visit to Israel before military action against Iran and the perceived failure of Operation Parakram. This is seen as a major embarrassment for the Indian government, which had been trying to present itself as a key player in regional security. Finally, reports have emerged that Mujtaba Khamenei, largely absent from public view during the crisis, played a crucial role behind the scenes in negotiating the ceasefire deal with the US. This development has significant implications for our understanding of Iran's inner workings and its approach to diplomacy.